The grind log program is your tool to stay compliant with the USDA's federal laws and keep your company and your customers safe. Using the grind log, you will be able to track all of your daily grind activities, from trimming to grinding to cleaning, record what items are being created from those grinds, and request reports for specific dates when needed. Start by opening the grind log app from the Launchpad menu and then select grind log. Here you will see various options. When walking the case to identify what needs cut for the day, you may pull items that are not going to sell. You can add them to the grind to avoid them going to the garbage. The case button will be used anytime a product is pulled from the full-service or self-service meat case to be used in the grind. Select Case from the grind log menu, enter your user initials, and begin scanning the scale labels on your items. You will need to create a scale label for any items pulled from the full-service case in order to scan them. The package date will default to today's date. Enter the package date off of the scale label. The correct pack date is critical in identifying the primal the package was cut from in case of an audit. Enter the lug where the case pulls will be held. The system will automatically select lug 99. You will use these case pulls later during the grind portion of this process. Select the Save button and then select Finish to continue. Next, you will need to identify what cases you will be trimming. Select Trim from the Mode menu and enter your user initials. You are now ready to scan your case labels. During the trim process, you will scan all your full and partial case primals, subprimals, and boxed beef to be trimmed. You will also identify where this trim will be held before it goes into your grind product. Scan your first barcode. The scanner will pull all information available from the case barcode. There may be times when the establishment number or the production date do not populate after scanning. When this happens, you will need to punch that information into the scanner manually using the keypad. Click the blue check mark to continue. After you scan your first case, you will need to enter a lug number. This is where your trim will be held until you are ready to use it. Each new scan will default to this entered lug number. If you will be using multiple lugs, be sure to change your lug number when necessary. Press the Save button and you are ready to scan your next case. At any time during your session, you can view all items that you have previously scanned by selecting Details. If you scanned an item in error, tap on the item and select the Delete button to remove it from your trim. Hit the back button to return to the scanning screen. When you have completed your trim scans, select Finish and then tap Yes to return to the Mode menu. Select the grind function to continue with the process. Enter your user initials and hit Next. You can now scan all cases of product going into the grind. Scan the barcode on your case. If you're not grinding the entire case, you can change the grinding field to the correct weight used. Press Save and continue scanning your cases. When you have scanned all of your cases, you will need to identify what lugs will be used in the grind. Select the Lugs button underneath the barcode field. Notice that the lugs we entered during trim do not show here. We will need to add them to the grind. Select the Add button to the right, enter your lug number and estimated weight to be used. You can also select No Lugs. When done, click Add. The lug has now been added to the grind. Now is when you will add your case pulls. Select the Case button. The scanner will display lug 99 for our case pulls. Enter the weight to be used and select Add. Now that you have your grind cases scanned and your lugs added, you will need to select what products you are creating from your grind. Select the Menu button to return to the previous screen. Click on Select Retail Items. Here, you will see a list of items that can be created during your grind. This list is customizable to your store's preference. Once you have made your selections, hit the back button to return to the grind screen. Select the Show All button to see your scans, lugs, and retail products selected. You can make edits to your session by highlighting what you want to change and using the buttons below to select your action. You have now captured all of the information needed for your grind. When you're ready, hit the back button and then select Finish. Your scanner will alert you that the grind log session is complete. Select OK. The custom mode is used when a customer presents a package of beef that they want to have ground. Choose Custom from the grind log menu and scan the scale label to capture the product information. You will again need to enter the pack date, as well as create any scale labels for full service case items. Before you can exit the grind log program, you must log a clean on the grinder. You will not be able to transmit your data until you have logged a clean. If you select the Home key on the Grind Log menu before you have performed a clean, the scanner will alert you and you must go back and clean the grinder. Select Yes, and then select Clean from the Select Mode menu. Next, you will need to identify what grinder you are cleaning. If your store has more than one grinder, call GOTS Help Desk to add more grinders or other equipment to your cleaning menu. Select Next. By doing this process, you are certifying that the grinder has been cleaned and sanitized according to your company's procedures. The scanner will alert you that the cleaning session has been completed. GOTS sends daily and weekly grind log report, but there may be times where a report is needed for a certain date range. The Request Report function allows you to request a full grind log detail report for any time period needed. Select Request Report from the Grind Log main menu, then select Grind Log. Enter your user initials. Select your date range and report type, and then click on the Save button. The report request will be saved with your grind log data. Once you communicate your device, your grind log and report request will be sent to GOT. Please wait 5 to 10 minutes for the report to generate and be delivered by email. The Sellable Items function is used to adjust the items available for selection during the grind process. The Show Session selection allows you to see all data captured during your grind process. You can also swipe to the left to view any requested reports and their details. Again, you can highlight any item, view details, or delete that session. Select the Menu button to return to the Grind Log screen, and then Home to the Launchpad. The last step is to transmit the data to GOT. Select Communicate from your Launchpad menu. The scanner will display all of the data that was input during your grind session. Select the Send Data button to transmit your grind information to GOT. Once GOT has received the data, you will be given a confirmation number. Retain this number for your records. You have successfully completed a grind log session. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please call us at 913-402-1069 or email our help desk at yougothelp@gotsystems.net.